Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. My name is Kranat, and today we're going to talk about this beautiful amp right here, the VOX AC10C1 Custom. Now, VOX loaned me this amp for some videos, and I'm having a really hard time sending it back because it's just the perfect amp for me. The size of it, the tone, the features that it has, it feels like this thing is just built for me. And just a background, I've never been a fan of VOX amps because I never played one, and I thought that they just did one thing, and that's about it. But this thing actually proved me wrong, and as I said, it's the perfect amp for me. So without further ado, we're going to talk about the features of it. We're going to talk about some tones that I get from different guitars, and from this beautiful thing right here, the Eastman T484. I bought this. It's my beauty. It's my, I don't know what to call it. It's a dream guitar, honestly. So I'm not going to talk about it that much in this video because there's a separate video coming along. But I'm going to test it, this amp with this guitar, with my Telecaster, and with my Jazz Box as well. So let's talk about features. Now this is a 10 watt amp and it has a 10-inch speaker. And don't be fooled by 10 watts because it is definitely loud. But another thing that I like about it is that it sounds really good in low volumes. I mean, I'm playing it right now. The intro that you heard is just barely, just a little bit more than bedroom level, I would say. But I mean, you can just sit with this amp on the couch, watch a movie, have it on the corner of the room, and you can definitely enjoy yourself playing with this. The reverb built in is a digital reverb, and it sounds amazing. It's a little bit radical. It has a longer decay than usual amps, but I love it. I mean, as I said, this amp is definitely built for me, so I really enjoy that. And you can get a whole lot of tones with this. I mean, it's a very versatile amp. So if you're looking for a great amp to use home, in the studio, because you can crank this up and it's going to give you amazing tones, or if you're gigging small clubs or bigger clubs but you have the opportunity to mic it, this is definitely the amp for every solution. So I can 100% guarantee you that you're going to have fun with this amp. I've enjoyed it a lot. Since the day that I've got it, I've plugged it in almost every day and I play it every day. It's just really inspiring. And as I say always about gear, if it's inspiring, if it makes you want to write music, to noodle around, or even gig, that's the right piece of gear for you. So this is definitely doing it for me. Now let's talk features. It has a gain knob, it has a bass, treble EQ, which are very powerful, and I'm going to demonstrate that later. It has reverb. As I said, it's a digital reverb, but it's very good. And it also has a master volume knob. So these settings that you see right here are the settings that I use this amp for. So basically I use it as a clean amp with reverb, and I use a lot of pedals through it. Actually today I'm plugged in through the Line 6 HX Stomp XL, which is practically the best piece of gear that's been invented in the last decade. Now with these settings and this guitar, it sounds something like this. Bridge pickup. Let's add some dirt with the HX Amp XL. So that was a Prince of Tone model from the HX Amp XL, and I think it really takes digital pedals really well. It takes analog pedals even better, but I like the sound of this particular model from the HX Amp XL. And on low volumes, it takes them perfectly. I haven't cranked it up yet because I'm in my apartment and probably my neighbors are gonna kill me. But the good thing about it is that it sounds awesome with low volumes. So that's a really good selling point in my opinion, at least for people in my situation that live in apartments and can't crank up their amps. So let's try the EQ section. As I said, it's a very powerful EQ section, and you can tune it for any guitar that you want. So I'm going to play the loop that I played in the beginning, and I'm going to fiddle with the controls. So here we go. So as you saw, you can get a lot of different tones from that, and the gain knob is actually the volume, the master volume is pretty interactive, I would say. And as I was cranking up the gain, it didn't raise in volume because I had the master volume down, and I think that's really good if you want some breakup while you're playing. But these settings that you see right here, both gain knobs at 9 o'clock and the EQ, something like this, I would just pull a little bit of treble off and that much reverb. These are the settings that I usually use with this amp. These work with any guitar that I plug it in through. And I also tend to use the tone control because I'm not a fan of treble. So I use the tone control to roll off some of that high end, and it works perfectly. I mean, that's going to be the main thing in this video, is that this amp works perfectly fine. And it's a beautiful amp to look at and to listen to. So I forgot to tell you, the way I'm recording this is through my microphone, the Lewitt LCT140 Air, and I have it plugged into my Zoom H6 recorder, which is just a lifesaver. So that's what you're hearing. Now let's switch guitars, even though I don't want to because I love playing guitar, but let's switch to some single coils. I'm going to grab my Classic Vibe Telecaster and see how that's going to sound. Alright, so this is the Telecaster. I tuned it up, and as I said, I like to roll down the tone a little bit, and this is how it sounds like with the same settings. sounds beautiful, actually. I really like it with the Telecaster. So what I'm doing with this Telecaster is that I'm going to add a P90 pickup on the neck, and that's going to be a cool project. I have some really special pickups coming, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I think the Telecaster with the VOX AC10 is just the perfect tone. I mean, just... Now I've added two distortions on the HX Stomp XL. Is the Alpaca Rouge and the Prince of Tone. And I'm on the bridge pickup, and this is gonna sound a little bit loud, and it's gonna sound something like this. I think I can hear my neighbor calling the police, so I'll better just stop it and give you that for now. So if I have the chance to crank it even more and add some more distortion, I'm going to do it and I'm going to record it, but I think that sounds just fabulous. In my opinion, that's the sound of a Vox turned up, or I mean with pedals on it. I really love that sound. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's just, it fills you up, and that's a really good feeling. So that's going to be it for the Telecaster. We heard the neck pickup, we heard the bridge with some overdrive, and now for the final one, I'm going to plug in my arch top. So to my surprise, I plugged this guitar in my arch top, and I rolled down the tone a little bit, I rolled down the volume a little bit, cut out some treble, and this thing sounded amazing, even for jazz. So take a load of this. I mean, this video should prove it that this amp is just really versatile, and you can do a lot of things with it. And as I said, it looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful. There's not something else that I have to add for this amp. I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a small tube combo. It's just perfect. And as I said, I'm having a really hard time giving this back to Vox, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna beg for them to let me keep it, or else I'm gonna spend some money, which I don't want to, but I might have to, because as I said, this amp it's actually perfect. That will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed that I did all three guitars, and I hope you like the first guitar, because that's a really special one. If you have any questions, feel free to post them under the comment section down below, or reach out to me in any way on Instagram, email me, whatever you like. If you have any questions, I'm ready to answer. And do all the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers, and that's going to make me really happy if I do it before the end of the year. So I'm going to catch you with the next video. It's going to be a different amp, or it's going to be the video about this guitar. I have two in queue. So until then, stay safe and have a good one. Bye-bye.